Hello, 3B's my name. I'm doing something a little different. Kinda, not really, since I've done it before, I guess. I'll talk about Super Smash Bros. 4, because I'm a huge Smash Bros. Fan. It's probably the only game on the Wii that I still play. Um, and yeah, these are just my thoughts of it. This is a cover I made. Um, it says Super Smash Bros. And then it's got like a Delta symbol at the end. Uh, and then, it's got the five big, Nintendo characters. You got Link from Legend of Zelda, Mario, Kirby, Pikachu, and Samus. But yeah, just moving on. I think every character should get an alternate costume. Why not? I mean, it can be a nice way to sneak some characters in, and it's just a little more creative. Um, so starting off with Mario characters, you got Mario, and I think Dr. Mario is the best way to go. But I put the other options out there. You got the Tanuki suit, propeller head. I like that robot Mario. I don't like that bee, but I put it there. Um, Luigi, I would go with the mask Luigi over the other two options I have here. I know there's more costumes out there, but it's actually kind of hard to find other costumes. Um, and then you got Peach, who in her own game had never had an alternate costume. But in the Mario Sports titles and Mario Party, she's had other outfits. So I got some of those there, and then I got Rosalina, and I think Rosalina's the best way to go. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that name, but Rosalina. I think that's the best way to go for an alternate costume for Daisy. Um, then you got Bowser, Dry Bones Bowser, who has appeared in games, so I think that's the best way to go. Then you got Bowletta there, who is creepy. Never search Bowletta unless you have the safe search on. Um, you could do that, but it's an older reference, and a lot of Nintendo fans aren't. Hardcore Nintendo fans will know who she is, but a lot of kids won't. She's creepy. Then you got DK and Diddy. When it comes to the Donkey Kong series, they haven't really had different looks. Um, so the creators can either get creative or just do these options I put here, like Donkey Kong. I personally would want to see that robot outfit of him on him. Just shove a key in his back and make him look more robotic looking. Um, then Diddy just Dixie Kong, or like I said, get creative. You guys are making a video game. Get creative with it. Um, then let's just move on to the Legend of Zelda characters. Um, you got Link. I put Fierce Deity Link because you could use that as an alternate costume, but I don't know. I'm not a huge Zelda fan. I'm sorry to say, but yeah. Then you got the Herder Link, who's from the Twilight Princess one, I believe, and I think that'd be the best option. But there's probably gonna be another Legend of Zelda game before the Super Smash Bros. 4 comes out. Then you got Zelda there. I put Midna and then the Zelda from the Skyward Sword version. I like the Skyward Sword one just because it's still Zelda, but Minnow would work as well. Um, Toon Link, his alternate costume. I put Deku Link there because it would work, but I'm not in love with that option. So I guess get creative. I know there's like one where he's like in this like black six button suit. But for some reason I couldn't find a picture of that. But I got this one where he's got like that hat. His hat looks like a bird. I kind of like that one, but yeah. Ganondorf. I put his Toon version there because it's a different look to Ganondorf, the Toon version. So you could very well use that. Then I got an older version of Ganon, which would also work. Uh, Yoshi. Problem with Yoshis are that they just come in a million different colors, so there's not really a different look to him. Found this picture of Yoshi. I don't know what game it's from. Um, he looks kind of childish, like he's a baby Yoshi or something. But I rather like that. If not that, I think Birdo's the best option because Birdo still uses eggs. But I put a Koopa and Dry Bones there for more options. Then Wario. You know, we've all seen Wario's other outfits. Super Wario, that biker looking one. Um, so yeah. Then just moving on to Pokemon, you know, with Pikachu and Jigglypuff, just either evolve them, devolve them, or like I put in Jigglypuff's case, I'd rather see Togepi as opposed to like Clefairy. Um, I love Togepi; she's so adorable. Um, but yeah, and then the Pokemon trainer. I don't think we should change the way. I don't think we should change Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, but more just the trainer himself. So you know, just you got the red Pokemon trainer, and then I put the blue option, and then I think they call it green in the game actually, but you know, female Pokemon trainer, or not the game, the manga. So yeah, and then I didn't make one for Lucario just because there's a good chance Lucario would just be dropped. Moving on to Star Fox. Fox has had a few outfits out there. So you know, just choose one of those. I'll call the second one Assault Fox, and I say that's the way to go with that one. And same with the Falco one. I'll call that Assault Falco. I actually really like that costume for Falco. I either make that his new costume or just make it his alternate. And Wolf, there's a good chance that he's not going to make it through either, but if he did, he hasn't had alternate costumes. Well, he hasn't been in any other costumes really. So just give him, just put his teammate there as his alternate. Um, I say a lot. I'm noticing. You got Samus here from the Metroid series. Um, I keep saying she she's had a few different armors out there, and I got Dark Samus at the end. I know Zero Suit Samus. That's what she always looks like. She's never really had another costume except in the original Metroid game she just was shown in a bikini, and I think that's the best way to go. But of course, I can't find a picture of Zelda in a bikini without it being porn. Um, then I got Olimar down there. I heard there's going to be a third Pikmin game. Um, and if there is, I think if it's a new character, not Olimar or Louie, that that should be the alternate costume. But right now, I just got Olimar, and his alternate costume just be Louie. Uh, who is next? Marth. He's really just had two looks for him. He's had the look that you see in Super Smash Bros. And then he's got this more updated look, which is from well, the newest game featuring him. But I put Roy as his alternate costume just to make those fanboys happy. Because really, I don't think Roy should come back at all. Um, he was a good character. I'm not going to deny that, but you know, just let him be gone. He doesn't need to come back. Ike, he's had a few costumes actually, because he's been in a few games. Um, and not just a few games. Like timeline wise, he's aged, so he does look different. And but yeah, so he's got a few options there. Then I got Mr. Game and Watch there, and Mr. Game and Watch, you know, since being put in Super Smash Bros., he hasn't had really an alternate costume, but this is another chance for them to kind of get creative. They can't get too creative because, you know, what are you going to do to him? I say either give him a chef hat or do something like this, where they just make him like superhero Game and Watch. Um, Then I got Ness there, and his alternate costume be Lucas. I think that just makes more sense. You know, they're not making any more Mother games. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But they're clone characters, so why should they be their own characters? Ice climbers either get creative or they can use Anna and Kat from the WarioWare series. Um, then you got Captain Falcon. I have this guy from the anime who I think at the end of the series, Captain Falcon like yells at him, "You're the new Captain Falcon," and then Captain Falcon dies. So that could be his alternate costume. But then I also got I don't know. I don't know what he's called. I think he's called like the Devil, but the Black Devil or something. I think that's just a. Oh no, no. I'm forgetting Pit, Sonic, and Snake. Um, I'm in the middle of playing Kid Icarus, so I haven't. I'm only 20% done. I just got it like 2, 3 days ago. Um, so I have Dark Pit as his other costume, but really that's a palette swap. Put him in one of the armors that come with a weapon you get in the game. One of the better weapons. Um, that's the only other armor I found of his online. But yeah, Sonic make his alternate costume Shadow or Knuckles. More likely Shadow, just because it makes more sense. Shadow's got the same abilities for the most part. And Sonic and Snake. Snake might even be dropped because Snake is gonna be in PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, so he might not even make it into Smash. If he does, just make it old Snake or I'm sorry, I don't play Metal Gear Solid too much either. Um I guess that just leads me into the new characters. First I got these Mega Man and Pac-Man as the third party representatives. With Mega Man, he's had tons of different there's been tons of different Mega Man out there. So you got lots of options. And then Pac-Man is just Ms. Pac-Man. Um, when it comes to Mega Man, I think I'd rather see X, Mega Man X, be the main character, and then like the Falcon armor, which is the third one there, be his alternate costume. Then I got Takamaru down at the bottom. He's gonna make it into the game for most likely because what's his name? It's not Miyamoto. Sakurai. Sakurai loves Takamaru, and he's been making a comeback. Lots of fans like him, and those could be his two different outfits. The second one is how he's seen in Captain Rainbow, and the first one is more his look in I think it's called Samurai Warriors. But yeah, then you got Matthew or Isaac, whatever. Matthew or Isaac from Golden Sun, and then I got old Isaac be the alternate costume. It works. I mean, he can definitely fit into the game. You got Lil Mac there, and then I put Giga Mac as his alternate costume. But really, I would like to see Lil Mac in the pink jogging suit. I think that'd be pretty funny, and Giga Mac could really just be like his final smash or something. Uh, then I got Ray Mach 3 there, and I got different versions of Ray. Ray Mach 1 and 2's there. Um, one is the Ray Mach 1 is the one at the end, and that's the one I would most want to see be his alternate costume. I kind of like that one the most. It kind of more humanizes the robot, even though it's like a robot toy, pretty much. Uh, Moving on, we got Crystal, who she's got her space agey outfit, and then she's got like her warrior princess outfit looking thing. Ridley, who's most likely going to be in the game just because so many fans want him in the game. Uh, you got regular Ridley. He's had a bunch of different looks to him. He's been Mecha Ridley, Meta Ridley, Bio Ridley. So, again, he got lots of options. Zoroark, who's most likely going to get into the game. Uh, Only so much you can do with a character like Zoroark. So I couldn't find an alternate costume for him. It could just be Lucario or something. Then I got these list of retro characters we could use because like Takamaru or Little Mac. I don't really consider retro characters anymore because they've been featured in new games as of now. The way I see it is, if you can buy a game that they're starring in at GameStop right now, then they're not considered retro. So I got these lists of some retro characters that would be good. Captain N, he's not actually from a video game. He's from a TV show made by Nintendo to promote video games. Uh, and in it, you know, Captain N was, pretty much fighting King Hippo from Punch Out, uh, Mother Brain from Metroid, and the Eggplant Wizard from Kid Icarus. And he was teamed up with Mega Man, Pit, and then Simon Belmont from Castlevania. So I think he'd be a nice character. He'd make nice event matches, and that's really all I have to say about him. I'm not in love with that option, but I think it'd be a nice. It'd be nice if Nintendo acknowledged him. Uh, I got Blazer from Blue Blazer. I'm not in love with that one. He'd make a good option just because he is a swordsman who knows magic. But we've got plenty of swordsmen out there anyways. I think if we add any retro character, he should be different. So I'm not in love with Blue Blazer. I got Bonk from the Bonk game. He was supposed to get a revitalization for the 3DS, and he might still, but he hasn't yet. I would like to see Bonk. Like I said, I want to see something different. A caveman's different. Um, I've got Lolo and Lala, and these two are featured in Kirby games now, but they were originally featured, and in the Kirby games they're called Lolo Lolo and Lala Lala. I think I might be adding too many O's or La's, but uh, retro wise, they had their own game where it was Lolo and Lala. I don't remember the name of the game. It's got a weird title, but it'd make a nice character. Then underneath Lolo and Lala, you got Daydreamin' Davy, who's from. It's pretty self-explanatory. The game is pretty much just about a boy sitting in class daydreaming, and all of his weapons you play in the game are actually like school supplies and normal things you find. So I think he'd be just interesting. Um, then just move on to the second row, I guess. I got Kid Clown here, who's from Kid Clown Crazy Chase. I think moveset wise, he'd be interesting. Uh, you can have up B be. You got to play the game kind of. He grabs these balloons and then just like floats up. That could be his up B, and then he's kind of got bomb. He doesn't have bombs, but there's lots of bombs in the game, so you can just have a bomb be one of his things. I don't know. Earthworm Jim. A lot of people say that. I got Joe and Mac down there. I think you would just play as Joe and then Mac be his alternate costume. These guys are supposed to also get a revitalization on the 3DS, but they haven't yet for whatever reason. But yeah, these guys are rumored to have a new game coming to the 3DS. I would like to see them again. They're different. They're cavemen. They'll fight a little differently. Like I said, you play as Joe, and then his alternate costume would be Mac. Joe is the green one, by the way. I got Marina Light Years, who was from Mischief Makers, which was back on the N64, it's retro. That's retro. Um, N64 is pretty old now. I would like her. She'd be another female character. And that's about all I can say about her. And then at the end there, we got Mike Jones, and Mike Jones was in the drawing board phase to be in Brawl, but Japan wanted a character, wanted to add a retro character that people would recognize in Japan. Mike Jones is from a game called Star Tropics, where it was only released in America. It was made by Nintendo, but it was only released in America. So Japan never saw him. So I think that's just kind of selfish of them. Um, and then yeah, we're almost at the end here. Uh what do we got now? I got a list of rejected characters that I would like to see in the game, but are most likely not gonna be in it because either licensing reasons, just because they're not technically owned by Nintendo, or whatever reason. I got Boy and His Blob, which I had put on a list that I really want to see him in it, but I don't really want to see him in it. I just think he'd be interesting. I got the guy from Scribblenauts. I don't know what he'd do. I got Starfy, and Starfy I think should just remain assist. I'm not in love with the idea of Starfy as a character itself. Just because the size, the fact that she or he doesn't have hands. I'm not in love with the idea of adding Starfy as an actual character. I got Agumon there from Digimon, who I would love to see. I think he'd be great and would make nice event matches against like Pikachu or something. But no, he's not. Come on. Sora from Kingdom Hearts. If Square Enix were to get involved in Super Smash Bros., which this time around I don't think they are, I don't think they'd add Sora. I think at most they'd add Geno just because, Mario, Geno, it makes more sense. But, and Square Enix has come out with lots of other characters that Nintendo could use. I got this kid, I think he's called Hunter, in from Fossil Fighters. I never played Fossil Fighters, so I don't know too much about him. I got this guy, G-Red, and this is a character I would really love to see. He would be great. Thing is, most of you don't know who the hell I'm talking about. Okay, he's from a game called Gotcha Force, which was back on the GameCube. And it was a really, really underrated game. But now it's one of those. Now it's seen as one of those hidden gems of the GameCube. It's a fantastic game. G-Red is pretty much is like the character you'll use the most. And he's just so awesome. Moving on. Raylan from Spectrobes, he'd be nice, but you'd have to get permission from Square Enix. Who, again, I don't think Square Enix would choose Raylan to be the character. Plus, you'd also have to get permission from Disney. Which is another reason why Sora probably wouldn't be in it. I got Yarn Kirby. Probably just won't happen just because Yarn Kirby is only going to be in one game. I doubt there's making a sequel. I got the guy from Drawn to Life, and I think he'd be really interesting. I really think he would. But what can you do? Down in the left corner here, I got this little girl. I don't know what it is. Most of the characters I have on this rejected list are kids. Maybe I just like to see kids fight to the death. I'm totally blanking on her name. I know the little thing right next to her's name is Chomp. What's her name? I think it's like Elisa. But she's from a game called Monster Tale, and I love it. And Nintendo Power even said it's like the next big DS platformer. And it is a fantastic game. But it didn't sell too well for whatever reason. I think it's just because it was a little different than most people are used to. It really utilized both screens. But yeah, she would have made a great character. These two, these next two characters, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on their names. I'm blanking on everyone's names. Like I said, I've been up for about an hour. Now, like an hour and a half. But I know the one is from the American version of Sin and Punishment. I just don't remember where the other person is from. Whatever. They would have made a nice warrior character. She would have made a nice girl character to add. Then I got Travis Touchdown at the end, and Travis Touchdown for obvious reasons. Good one. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Super Smash Bros. 4. So yeah. By the end of the day, I hope to have my lines done, my character compare done, and my lines done for a fandom I'm doing with someone else. So yeah.